Did you say earlier in the conversation that you have a practice of asking yourself something like once a week what you're curious about?
I I do that as part of my journaling, and this is a for me this is a strong signal of how I'm feeling at the moment.
Hmm.
If I'm can't answer that question, if I'm not feeling curious about anything at a given point, this is like an alarm bell for me that something is wrong.
Mm.
And it's helpful for me to notice this before anything else looks like it's wrong. So I do pay attention to this. And then it's just interesting for me also to then think about my week and what I want to work on. But at a more fundamental level, this is for me to check in with myself and see if I'm doing okay.
Mm. I love that. That's so true. Um, One of the Curiosity members, department members, and I, Abby, we have had these calls for like 2.5 years where we're supporting each other in our learning practice. And at a certain point, we decided to start our call. Well, we do check-ins, like emotional check-ins, but then we start by saying like what each of us is burning with curiosity about. And yeah, if I'm not doing so well, then it's like harder to answer. There's just a few things. And then if I'm really thriving in my life, there's like 100 things I'm burning with curiosity about. It takes like 10 minutes to answer. Abby's like, okay, and you're curious about this also, you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually use that metaphor in my book from you. So you're in my book, right?
Mm.
When I do talk about the cold curiosity and the burning curiosity.
Hmm.
So yeah, thank you for writing about that. This is also, by the way, the advantage of the benefit of learning in public is that you might benefit others in way you can't even control or you're not
Mm.
aware of. Like before I mentioned that I told you already in our last
Hmm.
call, right? But um you wouldn't have had no way of knowing that at some point I was trying to figure out what was the kind of curiosity I was trying to describe here. And I don't know, I genuinely have no idea how. I ended up on your page where you wrote about this. And I was like, that's it. That's it. That's the metaphor I'm looking for. And now you're in my book and people are going to read my book. And this metaphor you came up with
Mm.
is going to hopefully be useful to a bunch of other people. And that would have not happened if you had kept those notes private, right? If you hadn't posted them online.
Mm. I love that, and it's a privilege to be in there. If I recall correctly, didn't you add further to it and say that there was something like lukewarm
Or
curiosity or warm curiosity?
warm. Yeah,
Warm.
just warm. So the way I talk about it in the book is that so I mention your work and how you explain that there's cold curiosity and burning curiosity. And I tell people that if they want to decide on what their next experiment should be, they should go for warm curiosity. So not completely cold, but also this the point is not to find this burning curiosity, this thing you're so passionate about, because that can emerge from trying different things. And so it should be more of an inkling, that a feeling that, oh, there's something interesting in there. Not cold, no need to pursue this, but also not necessarily burning. That's okay if it's not burning. Just feeling like getting warm, you're getting closer to something interesting. And so that's what I use in the book.